I think what happens is it's not important to them. And just what we saw with others, like other people online, when it's not trending, it's not important to them. So once things start trending and it starts to get put in people's face, then it becomes important to them. And basically what they say is just stop playing games. Like when we were trying to like show, like people always ask, how is Disney funding all their failed projects? And we were screaming it over here. You got to look into the theme parks, man. There's billions of dollars being made in theme parks. Something finally came up and they were like, I can't believe adults go to theme parks. This is dumb. They're dumb. And that's all I'm going to talk about. It's like they just put up blinders because they think they, you know, whatever bubble that they live in, that's the bubble that the world should be living in as well. Mm-hmm. So, and I know there's people here that love the Daily Wire and the things that they do. And I'm not, you know, and I get it. But for the most part, it all started for me with them. And then I'll be off talking about it, is when I guess the owner came out and was like, I don't like that average people can get a check mark on Twitter. That's not good. Like we need to keep it where only the elite people get check marks on Twitter. I don't like that, Elon. And I'm like, well, you telling me that someone like me is not good enough to have a blue check mark if I want to pay for it on Twitter? Like, get the freak out of here, man. Yep. Yeah, just because you make more money or you have a bigger business doesn't personally make you better than me as a person. It means you're very successful and congratulations on you. But don't look down at everybody else because they're not sitting in your office. You know what I mean? Like, that's to me, I hate that. I just hate that where it's like, we're up here, you guys are down there, and this is how we need to keep it. We need to keep our status. You just listen to what we say, and then, you know, send us money every month. That's how it is.
Yep. Well said.
Anyway.
Well, that was a lot being said right there. Welcome back to Views with Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and today we see that Matt Walsh is burning some bridges with the gaming community, okay? And we see here that Geeks and Gamers and everything, they're destroying Matt Walsh based on his narrative about what he has to say about video games as well as the gaming community, okay? So let's go ahead and jump right into it, all right? So, got the someone from Geeks and Gamers named Grummers and everything, right? You know, just imagine, like, you know, where Grums is just doing his gaming thing and marketing thing and all that, right? And out of the blue, he ends up locking horns with some folks over at the Daily Wire. And who owns the Daily Wire? Ben Shapiro. And who's working for Ben Shapiro over at Daily Wire? Well, none other than Matt Walsh, okay? And starts pretty chill with a nod to Grum's work, but quick and as a flash, things go spiral, and now they're at odds, okay? It's like playing with a smooth stealth mission, and your buddy decides to go full Rambo on you, okay? So let's go ahead and watch the video from that.
We used a clip in Matt's video, blah, 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 blah. And I think he even thanked you for some of your work, correct?
Well, that's how he initially reached out to me. You know, I guess the clip went viral. He was the second post that Elon referenced, Matt Walsh. He clipped that out. And so I got this message from this Greg guy. It was like, hey, you know, we featured you. I'm like, oh, well, that's great. And it's like, and we'd be interested if you had any ideas and stuff. And I said, awesome. I may have some. And then he replied with the little sunglasses thing. And then I got caught up in this controversy I knew nothing about, where you guys were going back and forth. And I guess
I think you quote tweeted you.
Yeah. And that just sent him off. And you know, the next message with him is like, you're so stupid for doing that. That was a mistake. It was like vaguely threatening. And I was like, hey, dude, read my next tweet. I'm very open. I think Matt would appreciate a lot of the values that come out of good gaming, good community gaming. You know, there are things here that work out. And he just started going off about how stupid I was to do this and how it was a huge mistake. And he really pissed me off. I mean, it's like it came out of left field, and I kept trying to calm him down. And you know, in a moment of anger, it's like I looked at it and said, okay, this isn't private info. What information are you protecting? That some guy's being a douchebag to me? I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this. I made an evaluation. I said, listen, last time this happened, we hooked up with Conservative Inc. and it was very valuable because we got our voices out there. They were the only press that would cover us at the time in GG1, but it came at a cost. We were a very diverse group of people all across the spectrum, you know, all genders, all ideologies, you know, and we were just united in gaming. And we got easily tarred as being alt-right conservatives because of this direct link. And I said, listen, if we do the evaluation today, gaming's much more mass market than even Matt Walsh, right? And it's not worth, pandering to conservative ink in order to get our voices heard when we already have so much more coverage from YouTubers. And we have so many other options to get the word out. I said, you guys make your individual call, but personally for me, as a deal maker, I don't think it's a great deal for us anymore.
Well, a lot has been said from him, and this is something that can teach all of us and everything, not just the gaming community, but all of us who are in the pop culture sphere, whether we be comic book nerds or even movie nerds and stuff. And it's that we got to be careful with some people who are from any kind of influence of the political spectrum, whether it's the liberals or even conservatives, because we see here that Grums lays down some real talk about how gamers got to be careful mingling too much with political games, okay? And he's been around the block and see what happens when you get too chummy with one side or the other, whether it's a conservative or even liberal, all right? And gamers are basically a mixed bag on both sides, if not all sides of the political spectrum, where we got all sorts of kicking around here. And linking up too tight with political types can make the gaming community look bad, all right? And Grums is all about keeping the focus on gaming, steering clear of the different political labels, okay? Also, in the midst of all of this, they start they did share this one interesting idea, like, what if Matt Walsh dove head first into the gaming world? Okay, imagine like he did the usual docu-style deep dive into what being a gamer really means, done Walsh style. Okay, it's a chance to flip the script on all cliches and then show the world the real deal about gaming culture. It's like saying, hey y'all, gamers aren't just one thing. We're a whole spectrum. Okay, and the clash between Grums and the Daily Wire bunch opens up a bigger can of worms about gamers' place in society. And pitching a documentary is a good way to suggest that, like, hey, let's actually talk about the essence of gaming. It's actually about shedding light on the diverse and vibrant world of gamers beyond the different stereotypes, okay? And this is also a big turn in the war of Gamergate 2.0. So Gamergate 2.0, as I said before, is buzzing through the gaming world, and it's kind of a big deal for folks who loves games and hate seeing them get all messed up by all the big shot companies trying to push their own agendas, okay? And just imagine a bunch of gamers and some key voices like Kudis and Grums standing up and saying, hey, we just want to speak our minds without getting slammed for it, okay? That's the heart of the whole game, okay? Now, there's this company, y'all know who it is, Sweet Baby Inc., and that company's been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, okay, where people are saying that they're messing with how games are being made, throwing in stuff that doesn't really belong or to help the game itself, just to check off some boxes on there. We're so progressive checklist, okay? So the word on the street is it's time for game makers to actually leave this company alone and don't associate with them and get back into making awesome games without all the extra noise. We actually looking for companies to actually stand up against these different ESG or DEI initiative promoters within the government and stuff to speak for us, not just only in the gaming community, but also the entertainment community in general. But the big message about Gamergate 2.0, where, like, let's just keep things real and honest in gaming, okay? It's about getting back to the roots, making games that are fun and exciting, okay? Not just platforms for pushing one's own political or woke ideology or agenda. It's like telling the same some game developers and gamers to join hands to say, we're in this together. Let's make something cool without making everything a political statement, okay? But the whole takeaway from this whole thing with Matt Walsh and Gamergate 2.0 and all that is that the whole thing is pretty simple. Gamers and game makers should work together like a team. And by cutting ties with troublemakers as well as those who are in the political arena and stuff, and being straight up with what's going on behind the scenes, games can get back to being about, well, essentially gaming, okay? And it's also about making sure the gaming world sticks to what it's supposed to be, a place where we all can just kick back, have a blast, and forget about the world's dramas that's within it, okay? So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts about this. Do you think that if mixing with like the whole political gangs and all of that, Is it a good idea or is it a bad idea? Okay, and also, what direction do you think that Gamergate is going to take? Is it going to go in the same direction as the first Gamergate phase went, or it's going to go in a whole different direction? Okay, so let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to smash like button, share far wide across social media. And if you enjoyed all the content I put there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, so that way you be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.